So, if everyone in the world that has died of corona died in the US, it would be 18% of the population of the US. As it stands, corona has been written down as the cause of death for 0.009% of the entire world population. The fear-mongering is dead in the water. Life is like that. Some people wake up in the morning and that's their day to go. Might be an exploding toaster, might be choking on a giant bumblebee, might be walking down the street and getting hit by a toilet seat from a jetliner 30,000 feet above you. Might be an alien abduction gone wrong, or stepping on a crack the instant an earthquake hits. Could be cancer, could be AIDS, could be listening to a doctor about the best place to go fishing and getting eaten by an alligator. It might be a slow death, like getting roasted by cannibals in some remote jungle, or Hollywood. It could be a slow death, like never letting yourself live in the first place, with the knowledge that, yes, you will die. And yes, it will be unpleasant for you and for everyone around you. Who knows? You might end up on the wrong end of a good night out, or the right end of a bullet, if you decide that dying for something bigger than yourself is worth more than living in the moment. It could be a freak accident, or it could be a hot shot. Might be a car accident, or about a million other things. And there's an obverse to this coin toss called life. You might kill someone with your car. You might be the last word someone hears before they decide a shotgun to the face is better than living. You might kill a little kid because they didn't look both ways and you couldn't stop in time. There's even a chance you get hooked on something hard and end up killing somebody in a robbery gone wrong or a fit of passion. Who knows? You might even catch your lover with another and blow them both away together. That's not the point. The point is that in life, you, the individual, is responsible for your actions, and that includes dealing with the things you couldn't help, the things you did wrong, and all the right things, and all the things that you did right in the world, and things still went wrong. The point isn't what can kill you. The point isn't the things that you might do or have done, or what might happen to you or could have happened to you. The point is how you're living your life right this instant. If you run over a little kid because they didn't look both ways and you couldn't stop in time, that's a tragedy. No amount of seatbelt wearing or heads up could have stopped it. You will grieve, and so will the little kid's parents and everyone else that was ever connected to them. If you choose to stare down the barrel of an AR-15, I have. The only difference between your family's grief and your release is the instant that it takes to pull that trigger. If you choose to go for a walk, you may die. You may die if you choose to stay home. Exploding toaster. If you're alive, you will die. It might be because of someone else, it might be because of you, it might be because sickness is a part of life. Every second of every day, someone dies. That's not the point. I've seen death. And unless I'm dead tomorrow, I will see more. So will you. You might die in your sleep, so might I. But this is the point. If you live in your sleep in a world of nightmares or a world of puppies and kittens, the fact is you never lived. You're dead every time you choose to shut out life. Look, I've hitched rides with serial killers. I've smoked a joint with the devil. I've laughed at funerals, and I've cried amongst friends at a bar for no reason whatsoever. I've faced down a bear, and I've had a grenade land 15 feet away from me. I felt mortars shake me from my teeth to my boots, and I haven't died yet. This is the clincher. Nobody dies until God says time's up. Nobody dies randomly. 1 trillion actions by 1 billion people led to it, and that's how it is. That's the point. Life is meant to be lived well, regardless of circumstances. Life is meant to be lived in honor of the Creator, by being a creator. Life is a death sentence. There's no problem with that, and no changing it. What matters is what you choose. What matters is that you choose to live, and to share life, and to give life. Fear? Let me tell you about fear. Fear is the same thing as being dead. It's a life lived in limbo, and worse. Fear is selfish. Beyond anything in the world, anything, it is ugly and it is evil. It is a sickness for which there is only one cure: to accept that life is inevitable and that death will one day come. Fear is selfish because it says, but what about me? But what about the things I value? Fear is the way to the dark side, young Skywalker. Fear is a disease. Fear is the only truly rotting disease with no cure. Say that you say to it, have You have no power here. I have lived a life well, even when I feared. If today is it, so be it. I would like to stay, because living is a grand adventure. But I would rather not prolong my death by existing in fear till the day that I inevitably die. Enough is enough. The entire agenda here is that you do not live, but that you die every day in fear, until the day you are inevitably worm food. Which leads us to the next part of all of this. Whom will you serve? Choose wisely.